So if you're a fan of the old NFL Blitz games, then I have got a treat for you. What's up everybody, Corey with Freaky Tech Reviews here, and today we are checking out the NFL Blitz arcade game from Arcade1Up. This machine is packed with nostalgia and a new form factor, but does it actually live up to the hype? Because it looks cool, but does it actually work that well? Let's check it out and I'll let you know. I do want to share before we get started that I did purchase this machine with my own money and it was not sent to me for review, but as you know, even if a company sends me something, it doesn't change my review on it. So this NFL Blitz arcade game from Arcade1Up is an absolute powerhouse of nostalgia, like I said a second ago. The machine comes loaded with 3 classic games, NFL Blitz, NFL Blitz 99, and NFL Blitz 2000 Gold Edition. But while the games are great, it's also the experience that you actually get with the arcade cabinet that makes me like it so much. The cabinet features a 17-inch color LCD screen which gives you a crisp, vibrant visual and really helps it pop, which is really nice compared to the older TVs that I used to play Blitz on with my N64. The cabinet itself is well sized with assembled dimensions of 25 inches deep, 31 inches wide, and a standing height of 60.7 inches tall, which I do want to talk about more in just a little bit, but it makes a statement piece in a game room or anywhere you have it in the house. One of the standout features of this is the fact that it has a 49-way joystick, which gives you precise control over action and allows you excellent directional changes, which if you've played NFL Blitz at all, then you understand the importance of being able to move side to side very quickly because this game is so much more fast paced than I remember. Another cool thing is that the cabinet also supports 1 to 4 players simultaneously, which is fantastic because the old game did as well, but because you don't have controllers on this, it actually has 4 different sets of layouts for joysticks and buttons so that 4 people can play together. So whether you're looking to relive the glory days solo or throw down with friends, you are covered. The light up marquee is a really nice touch and it adds to that authentic arcade feel, and it's also equipped with Wi-Fi multiplayer so that you can actually take on players from around the world with leaderboards, which is a really cool modern twist on a classic game that did not have multiplayer. Online multiplayer, that is. Now this thing has really powerful speakers and it can get really loud, so if you are playing at those late night sessions, you'll appreciate the fact that you can adjust that volume really well, but it also has a headphone jack so you can keep the action going without disturbing the entire house. It also comes with a really nice branded riser that fits with the aesthetics of it, so it not only adds to how it looks, but it also gives you a little bit of extra height that you might need. The deck is protected by a clear deck protector that you put on whenever you're putting it together, and that ensures that your graphics stay looking really fresh after using it for a long time. It also does come with an anti-tip over strap, which is a really nice safety feature if you have kids or small animals. I don't personally have it on mine because I have it in a space where I don't have kids, but I will say it can have a tendency to feel top heavy, so definitely something for you to consider putting on it if you get it. But while it looks and plays great, let's talk about the practicalities of actually owning this unit. The entire thing weighs in at 92 pounds and it comes in this giant box when shipped. So you have to be prepared for some really heavy lifting when it arrives, and assembly can be a bit of a pain and it takes a really long time, as it took me about 3 hours to put it together, so you're gonna need probably most of an afternoon to do that. Okay, so just unboxing this thing, it's already a beast. Take a look. All right, we got the side panels there with just a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be putting together here. Quite a bit more pieces than I was anticipating. There's the control board. Looks pretty solid, so don't mind the mess. It's going to be cleaned up soon, but let's get back into it and put this thing together. Okay, so really quick before I put this other side on here, I just wanted to show you the internals and kind of what you're working with here. It's very empty because it's just a bunch of digital panels. These coin slots right here actually aren't even real, and I'll show those whenever I'm done. There's the screen, there's the NFL Blitz logo with the speakers up top, and as you can see, it's very minimalistic and thin. So, you know, there's not a lot going on back here. It's pretty empty, so we'll see the final product here in just a little bit. I want to talk about what I really like about it, and then where I think it kind of falls short a little bit. Starting with the pros, the nostalgic feel of this arcade machine is off the charts. It really does bring back some good memories of playing arcade games with your friends, because NFL Blitz was a really awesome game to play in the arcade before it made its way to consoles. And the overall look is just fantastic. I absolutely love the graphics and designs and the old school players that were on the game on there, but it's unfortunate because as a Houston Texans fan, my franchise wasn't established until 2002, so I don't get to play with my team, unfortunately. But it's also very clear that Arcade1Up did not skimp on the quality of the materials here. The joysticks, the buttons, everything was responsive and springy, or however you want to say it, but it just feels really good. And I think that's important because if you're going to make something and model it after a commercial arcade machine, which is going to go go through hours of abuse with people being too rough on it, it's important that this also kind of emulates that model. The sound levels are excellent on it, and the video presentation is sharp with that 17-inch LCD screen. And I love the fact that it turns on really fast and you can immediately jump into games, so that's really nice because you don't have to sit there and wait for loading screens like you did on the old console versions. But the machine just looks and feels like a real arcade unit, and even with the coin slots that are actually just for show and not functional, they do add to that kind of authentic arcade vibe. And then touching back on the joysticks and buttons and how good a quality they are, it is important that they are good quality and that they are responsive like these are, because when you're playing a fast-paced game like NFL Blitz, there's a lot of potential for overzealous joystick movements and button mashing, especially for inexperienced players. So it's nice to have buttons that can actually survive that type of environment. But I will say it's not without its flaws. One thing I noticed is that the Blitz games are missing one of the most important features for me in NFL Blitz, and it's that over-the-top feature like jumping on players after the play is over. Once the play is over, you can run around like you used to in the old games, but you can't, like, you know, pile onto a player that's been tackled. I was really bummed to see that. I'm sure that because it's NFL branded and officially licensed by the NFL, that they have to have some type of safety measures in there, but like that's what made it NFL Blitz, so I was bummed to not have that in the game. Another issue is the size, not the overall presence of it, but it's actually the height of it. It's too tall to comfortably sit on top of a table or something to use, yet it's also too short for me to play while standing. So it really is designed for kids, but as an adult who wants this for the nostalgia feel, I would like a more comfortable way to play it as an adult. So you're probably gonna need a stool or a chair while you're using it. And then let's be honest, it does take up a lot of space, so you have to make sure you got room for it before you buy, but I do think it's a statement piece and it looks really nice in a man cave or a game room or wherever you wanna have it. And then the other thing is that I don't have the reflexes that I used to have playing NFL Blitz, so these games have gotten quite a bit more challenging for me now. I mean, it's more of a personal problem, not really a knock on the machine, but a heads up to some of those older millennials that are trying to play this, it's gonna be a bit of a learning curve if you can get past the slow reaction time. But with that said, I really love this thing. It looks amazing, it plays great, and it brings a lot of childhood memory and joy every time I fire it up, and I just can't recommend it enough. It comes in about $600. I got it on sale for $500, and it ships within a week, so you can get it to you really quick. And Arcade1Up has a lot of other options, such as like the old classic Pac-Man. They have pinball machines. They have a lot of really fantastic machines that you can get, and I do want to hear from you in the comments down below if you would like to see more of these arcade machines, because I've got my eye on a couple that I really like to bring to the channel. And if you like these types of products, then definitely let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to get more. But also be sure to subscribe and join the Freaky Tech family. We are in a massive growth phase right now, and I'm thinking we might be able to hit 20,000 family members by the end of the year, but I cannot do it without you and your support of the channel. So be sure to subscribe and join the channel and like it so it helps that algorithm out. But thank you so much for being here and spending some of your day with me today. Again, I'm Corey with Freaky Tech Reviews. I'll see you next time.